Hey everyone, there's lots to talk about. Foodie Beauty, Nader's last live stream, what Foodie Beauty is doing right now, what she did last night, her attitude, her mood, COVID, and all that jazz. We got Andrea, Internet Tea, and I Speak Out. Welcome everybody. Natural Ginger, how there?
Hi, hello.
Hey.
Hi,
Hi.
Andrea. Hi, Internet Tea. Hi, I Speak Out. Hello,
Hi.
Monty.
How's everybody doing today? Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
just
am. One of the reasons why I'm coming on is I'm just wondering whether anybody else is feeling this. I am feeling severe hatred for this woman right now. I don't know why, but oh my god, is anyone else feeling like that? I'd like to know.
what did you think about her what did you think about her COVID test?
Pissed
I
me
haven't
off.
seen that. I haven't seen that. What? She's had another one?
Well, she made the effort. And anytime Chantal makes an effort to do something, I feel like this is all an elaborate lie. She
Mm-hmm. I think you're right,
she did the
Andrea.
swab and everything, and she said, "Okay, guys, start a timer for 15 minutes." And I don't know if anybody else caught this, but she reaches off screen and then she produces a COVID test. And I just said, Chantal, the way to
Really?
well,
Really?
yeah, we don't know if that's the one that she had up her nose. She just reaches off screen. She doesn't show the test in the 15 minutes. She doesn't do a time lapse or anything. She just reaches off screen and then her hand comes back on screen and she has a COVID test with a line. And I'm just like, how do we know that's the one you just swabbed? You just went on. We didn't get to see your nasty desk with where the test was sitting and watch the line appear. I'm like, Chantal, people are not as stupid as you want them to believe. And I know I'm not the only one that caught that, but I think everybody's just so exhausted with her lies that there's no outrage about it anymore. She's such a known liar. It's like
What pisses me
Yeah,
off is
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
What
carry
pisses
on.
me off is that like she I think she said she felt that she could have got sick in Cuba. If you could have gotten sick in Cuba, why are you sleeping with men over there?
exactly
It's just disgusting. It's like just no respect for nobody. I just want my
none,
stuff.
none.
And what is she doing out today? Is she miraculously healed?
So what she's doing is getting hygiene products because obviously she's seeing a certain someone, right?
It's obvious.
Hygiene products?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Sanitary towels? And when she doesn't have periods, what are you going to do? Suck on them?
Uh-huh.
She got
Yeah.
a toothbrush and what was it? Toothpaste and
Oh,
mouthwash, a
Mm-hmm.
dry
you could have ordered
mouthwash,
that in.
right?
Eyelashes.
Eyelashes, exactly. All points lead to her trying to be as pretty as possible for a specific person.
Yeah, she was very dolled
She
up
looks like
this
a pig in
morning.
lipstick, let's face it,
Yep.
today. And
Yep.
Well,
she's going
if
out
my
there.
house was, you can kind of see some of my house in the back. If my house looked anywhere near the level of Chantal's, like, and I'm not the most organized person, and my sister, well, gosh, how much do I want to share? My sister is a real boss bitch. She owns two companies, and when I came
Mine
back, right,
It's,
it's like
yeah, my sis. Is she your big sister?
my big sister. Yes,
My
I'm the
big
baby.
sister kicks my ass all the time.
What? Why? Why do they do that? What's up with that?
I don't know.
For
I need
life,
it, obviously.
just ass kicking. But like, I thought I was doing a good job cleaning, and then my sister comes in and she says, we got to get somebody in here to clean this place up. And I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm scrubbing floors up in here." And the lady comes and she cleans, and the way she organizes everything, and it was like changed my life. I'm like, no, this is clean. So now whenever I'm cleaning, I followed her around and she showed me how to actually clean and organize things. And I was like, yeah, thank you. Because it really changes your life, your mindset. And like, I saw Chantal's house and I was like, girl, her whole life could be different. Her whole frame of mind could be so different if she would just clean her freaking house. And
Like,
I
oh,
and the
sorry.
reason why we know she's going to see Nader, I said all of that to say, the reason why we know she's going to see Nader is because she is making all of this effort. She's putting all of this effort, and the only person she puts effort towards, the only person she puts effort into, the only person she cares about is Nader. So that's how we
That's
know.
true. Yeah.
Yep.
It's the long road. It's the pig in lipstick.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
the
why did she
playing the
say she wanted to
music.
drive the long road? Where did that even come up all of a sudden? And I kind of saw that choppy stream, and she was like, "All I wanted to do was drive the long road." Monty, does
Mm.
that long road? It just goes. I mean, I've heard it for months, the long road, but does
The long
that's
road to
just
Gatineau.
yeah to Gatineau? What is on this
Yes,
long road? I mean,
the
physically, like
outhouse.
Parking lots where you can do a winter,
okay.
spring, summer activities.
I mean,
It's
there's no reason to just drive along
no,
the long road.
no, because
There's
she has to actually go out of her way to travel along this road if she's going into proper Ottawa. I can
Honestly,
pull it up on the map.
I'm sure
if
there's
she
other
has
roads.
COVID and she is sorry, if she is driving, it is just. God, we've had over 2 years of this now, and why is she doing it? It's for Mr. El Shabi or whatever he's called. I don't know. Whatever name he chooses.
She
And
suddenly cares
it
about
just
her body
drives
hair
me
and
insane.
He probably sent her to his old house to pick up something, or
So,
He's
that's
coming
probably
back
why.
though, isn't he? He's coming back to Gatineau. Is that
hmm
right? It's
yeah,
Thursday.
yeah, makes sense. Okay, let me do a recap. Then we got to talk about him owing rent because this is actually something that I've talked about many times before. That back in like 2014, he was squatting in Montreal. I can bring up the paperwork.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure I can find that again. But okay, so the recap is last night she was pissy because FFG did a live stream, right? So the live stream happened at the same time that she was live streaming as well as I was live streaming, so she didn't get that much of an audience. And then after that she came on and did her stream titled Bish, you live in a Motel 6 though. And I'm like, some Motel 6 are actually not really that bad. Come on. Like I've been to some Motel 6. They're actually quite hospitable, clean. So it's not really that type of a diss. So she was there less than an hour on that stream. Then she came back super early this morning for coffee bees and started off the stream playing music. You know when Foodie Beauty plays music, something's going on. Like she is in a mood. Like she's happy.
mhm.
She is gonna get it
She
in,
is. Yeah.
allegedly. Yeah, so that's why she's playing the
Mm-hmm.
music. She has no care in the world that her stream won't make her the monies because there's another priority. Then she gets
Yeah.
the hygiene products, the mouthwash, the tooth brush, the eyelashes. It's all pointing to seeing a specific somebody. She has to get clean. Then she starts talking about the long road in the last 3 minutes. She wanted to go on the long road and bring us along, obviously. This all points to her seeing somebody, coupled with the fact that Natty Daddy typically has meetings, appointments, whatever you want to call it, on Thursdays. If you've noticed, there's been a trend where practically weekly it's on a Thursday is where he has the stuff that he has to do. Happened last week with his meeting. Like, remember, he said he had meetings and then he had another meeting Thursday. He had like two, Wednesday and Thursday. I know I'm hearing that he's owing rent at the trap, but that actually might be highly probable considering the fact that he did owe rent at the trap before. Remember months ago where he said he was behind on the rent? Like, he admitted this.
And Chantal admitted she paid it.
Yeah, exactly. And I can pull up, give me maybe a minute or two or three or four or five to pull up where there was paperwork on him where he owed monies in Montreal. So this is a habit.
And didn't he break a window too?
Yeah, I know people are putting two and two together. Like there was a fight at the trap, something happened. It could be with his own monies, and that's why the window where the door is was broken, and
Mhm.
he had a black eye. We thought it was a black eye, but he kept on saying that is not a black eye. You remember that when he had the spot
Yes,
here,
yes.
like as if he got into a fight. Like it's all coming together right now. There's a lot to this. All
I'm
right, so
surprised she's not gone to pick him up and give him a lift from
right,
Montreal.
right. Okay, I'm done now. You guys can continue. We're gonna have to talk about a
Yeah.
lot of this. Yeah.
I know I was late to your live, Monty, but as soon as I saw her, I was like, that's got Nader written all over
All
it.
over it.
Yeah, and it was just the playing of music. She's up in her feel. She's feeling like a dog's breakfast, but that'll do good for her. And oh my God, I can't speak. I am so angry.
I love when
Sorry.
British people rage.
Well,
Some It's just
sorry. I'll just make lots of noises and gesticulate wildly.
like an angry kitten. Just
Like the words and stuff that she uses when she's upset, it's just like so great.
and they don't sound terrible. Like when I rage, I sound like a drunk man sailor or something. All the foul words, but it's like Ginger just sounds nice.
Oh, I can bring the sauce if I want to, but
I bet you
I might
can.
get kicked off the live, and I don't want to upset Monty because he's a delicate little kitten. Aren't you, Monty?
Oh, of course,
Not a
naturally.
delicate kitten.
I don't think Chantal could be more obvious. I guess that's why I'm not. It's just a pattern at this point. It's just a pattern, and it's so obvious. It's just like she doesn't care. She doesn't care how obvious she is, and when her own chat calls her out, and she's just like, "How
She
dare you
should just
accuse
come. Yeah,
me?"
Andrea, she should just come out and just go, I'm going to see him. And it's going to mess up the whole trial situation type deal, if there really is one.
I don't think
And
so.
just do it and just embrace the toxicity and everything with it. If you want to be with him, if you're watching Chantal, just be with him and be free about it. But don't pretend because, well, just because.
I was thinking, isn't she able to drop the actual protection order? I mean, even though they're gonna allegedly, the Crown has it, they're gonna continue the case, but I would think she would be able to drop the restraining order. I mean, because that's a personal choice. I don't think the police are going to force a restraining order on somebody if they don't want it, even though they're pursuing the case.
From what I understand, and well, Monty's in Canada, so maybe he's more knowledgeable. But I think if the police find that Nader has violated his existing parameters of his parole or probation, I get them too mixed up. Then if they find that he has violated it, then they will pursue that, regardless of what Chantal wants. Like
Yeah,
if
no, but
they,
I'm saying them being together, a restraining, like she requested a restraining order or whatever, for him not to talk about her and not contact her. But
I think they can still impose it if they choose. So, for example, let's say Chantal went into the uh, police station, black and blue, and she asked for a restraining order. Now she's clearly been harmed by somebody, and she names him. They investigate, they ask questions, and if they feel that he's violated his parole and he has harmed this woman, regardless of what Chantal wants, they can impose any kind of restrictions they want to. Even
I
if
think
she
he has restrictions, doesn't he, Andrea? I think maybe he's been told not to say anything, not to do anything, but she has.
I think he definitely, if it's true, if it's real, he seems to be abiding by those restrictions. But I mean,
Except when
Chantal.
his balls deep enough.
See, exactly, and here's the thing: normal people, when we have, I live my life so I don't run into the police. That's how I live my life. Anything that brings me into run-ins with the law, I don't do that stuff because I do not want those encounters. Okay, I don't like being around people that put me in those situations like at all. Therefore, if I was a public figure and being around a certain person could bring me into run-ins with the police, I would be like, no way, stay away. We're staying away from each other. As much as I want to be with you, we have to stay away from each other because I do not want those problems. But Chantal is not a normal individual. She's obviously not using, you know, she's not making the best choices in regards to Nader. We've been new, so she's gonna do it. So it's hard for me to call if she actually went into the police station or not because I don't think it would matter to Chantal because consequences just don't happen to her and she doesn't care. So I don't know. It's so hard for me to say, because if she was facing a real consequence of jail time, I think that would be enough to keep her away from him. But she is not normal. She's just not. So I don't think she has. I don't think she has a case at this point. If something did exist, I don't think she has a case anymore. But he seems to be concerned about people knowing that he's with her. So he could definitely have some real restrictions, but he's the only thing that we know is that he actually has a probation officer. We know that. So it's his consequences would definitely happen.
We really don't know. It's all speculation. But whatever it is, he's been told to keep stum. She hasn't, or maybe she has, but she's just being an oppositional sweet self.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't be seeing one another, but they are, and they have been, and they will continue to do as much. So in this situation, the police should just say, well, just do what you want and just reap the consequences at court, if it ever goes there. Because the whole time that Chantal spends time with him and says all these things, and if they are really watching and taking heed of what she is saying, which I doubt, I really do doubt that, there's evidence to show that she's not frightened of him, she's not scared of him.
No,
and
he's never been scared.
He's never going to be found guilty. So it's a fait accompli for Nader. So there you go. And you can dump her later on down the road when it's all washed up. Tinfoil hat theory.
True. Ari Pepperoni, did you have anything to add?
Yeah, I don't think they have. I think she's lying about everything, to be honest with you. I think there's no case. She never actually filed any charges. I think the whole COVID thing's a lie. And I think, honestly, this is some kind of sick and twisted foreplay.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I never thought about that.
I wasn't on board with that idea at first, but the more I think about it, and there's just, I was just watching some stuff this morning that got my blood boiling, and then this, and then that, and then the other. I think you're probably right, Erie.
I really think they're using this as like it's like an online role play that they're doing, like the damsel in distress falls in love with the bad boy, and yeah, it's kind of sick, but the more I see it develop, the more I believe that's probably what's going on.
Yeah, there is elements. Sorry, I'll just say this. I think there are elements of truth peppered throughout this whole narrative, but in reality, it's just as dumb as a box of frogs.
That's something I kind of mentioned. I want to say it was like last week, kind of to that same that same idea that they have all of us over here thinking that they have all this going on, they're arguing and fighting, but at the end of the day, they're probably coming together and doing their things on the weekend or whatever. So I have an idea that if all this isn't true or whatever, then that's probably what's going on, is they're all just in on it together and just getting together on the weekends or whatever, and like, haha, we got you guys, but we're just not as dumb as they think we are. So
Sunshine Granny said she can apply to court to have it revoked. I guess the protective order. Court of Appeals says if you have capacity and are not forced. It is up to you who you have a relationship with. Okay, I guess we can apply this to Canadian law, since I think that is American, but there are similarities when it comes to orders of protection and no contact orders. Thank you, Sunshine Granny. Also, I did look it up and I saw the 2014 judgment on the 5th of June 2014 by Judge Andre Gagne about how Nader El Shami was squatting in somebody's apartment. It's in French, but there is a English translation. I did actually cover this before. It was this right here. So this is in French. So it's the 5th of June, and it basically says this. Someone translated it to English. So here's what it basically said back in the day. Um, that the tenant of the premises recently moved to live in Europe and had left checks to cover the rents until April 2014. A friend of the tenant, which is Nader El Shami, continues to occupy the premises. The evidence justifies the immediate application of Section 81.2 of the Act respecting, I guess, squatters. I don't know, some sort of, I don't know what Régie de Logement means, but basically, it was saying that Nader El Shami was squatting there and he was to be removed because it was the landlord versus Nader El Shami back in 2014 in Montreal. So this isn't something that is new to him. He's done this several times before and he's just going to keep doing it again.
Yeah, but now he's Dee Dee's problem. And the only reason why he's not at Chantal's place is because she can't get her own place.
Exactly. And Anka Gems Pandu says Chantal must truly believe we are all dumb as her beezers. Right? She thinks people are foolish enough to not know what's going on. You're right.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll kind of reiterate that I don't feel like her beezers are as dumb as people think. I think it just really honestly has a lot to do with them kind of, paying to want to kind of see this train wreck. And then there's also, the ones who just want to, because I know that she has beezers who kind of just, they push her to do things because they want to see, what's going to happen. So, I mean, there are some that are, completely dumb, obviously, but I feel like there's some that just they're doing it as a way to kind of, they're hurting her, but she doesn't see that. She just thinks that, oh, they're paying me, they're my beezers, they're fine. But in the long run, they're pushing her to do things that aren't good for her. So
Absolutely. I mean, if she's enjoying, right, little Miss Nat, congratulations, Dee Dee, right? I mean, it's entertainment as far as I'm concerned. It really doesn't impact my life, but something that Erie Pepperoni said, you know, the levels that she goes to construct the lies that she tells, it's totally not beyond her to, do something like that. Just and I really do. The only thing, like I said it before, the only thing that I think is real is when she's like angry at Dee Dee. That's the only thing I think is real. Like
I
she's
agree.
so freaking
I agree.
jealous. She's so jealous.
And someone mentioned in the chat, well, what about when the officer called? And I'm like, do we really know if the officer called? Do we really? Did we hear the conversation?
Yeah.
She could have had Pete's calling her from the other room for all we know.
Exactly.
Could have been her mom as well.
Exactly.
I mean,
I wonder who that was though. When she was in New York, didn't she get that call? There was a male officer allegedly with a French tongue, because you could obviously tell he had a French tongue, more Quebecois than not. I'd have to hear him longer, but it seemed I had no idea who that was. Maybe it's somebody who maybe she spoke to, wanted more information. Maybe not. Maybe it was the probation officer. I have no idea who that was. It was a man, exactly, Terry Lynn. I remember that because that's the call when she was in upstate New York. Hey there, Neri. Welcome to the panel.
Hi, Neri.
hi, Neri.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you, honey. Speak.
Hi.
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 Hi. I've just got to say that she might be laughing at us now, thinking that we're all getting our knickers in the twist about the ins and outs and shenanigans of whatever she's doing. It's not. I'm getting my knickers in a twist. I would if I wore any. About COVID, her cats, and the DV thing. Monty, what are you laughing at?
It's the casualness that you just said it. It's
The
just
casual
like, yeah, it's like,
deadpan
yeah, exactly.
British charm of I'm not wearing any underwear.
Sorry.
No, I can't hear
Well,
anybody.
my dander is up. My dander is up. We know I've got a massive affinity for animals and the cat thing. The COVID thing always triggers me for millions of reasons, and we all know what those millions of people are.
Exactly.
It's all the millions of deaths and destruction, just destruction in the life, and the DV thing. There's plenty of people here with DV experience. My auntie was red rummed in a SFTImonty. Oh, I can't even spell it. Bloody stabbing. Okay, and she was in that thing, and I am so I can't believe that it's getting like this. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. I am so heated. I'm going to mute for a while.
She has no boundaries. Nothing is sacred. The only thing that she cares about is herself and it's my life. Let me live it. And it's like, well, these choices, if you're claiming you have, if you're going to claim you have COVID, you're going to claim that and not take any precautions for your roommate, not take any precautions for your animals, and she's saying like everything that she bought today, she could have ordered. I don't, it's like, Chantal, this is so clearly a lie. So it's, I mean, but we knew nothing was sacred for her. And people with normal feelings like you, Natural Ginger, you have people impacted by domestic violence and people impacted. So those things are going to affect you because you have a soul. Like if there is a soul, Chantal does not have one. You know what I mean? Like
checked out a long time ago. Long time ago.
So like, and it's just a ploy to make money and have content because, she's just, I think she's taking the Nikocado book of everything, but.
I think so. I think she's adding that to the storyline because what was working before really isn't working. Like Greg Lubo talked about, her tactics that previously worked for practically a year is no longer working. People are not giving up those super chats and super stickers. Uncle Jem says her Rona story reeks worse than her Barracuda. Thank you, Uncle Gems. We got Neri is back. I also want to say, pertaining to Natural Ginger, there's a lot of things that she should take seriously.
Okay, there we go.
With the police, the DV, the SA, these are serious things that happen to people, everyday people, and people are pissed. And we're gonna keep getting pissed because she takes it so casually, while we have history of these things happening to either us or family members, a direct or extended, and it's real. Like people really get hurt, people really get unalived, get paralyzed, all types of things happen, but yet she's casually doing these things as if there's no consequences.
My auntie was murdered, red rummed in 1979, and she's my mother's sister, and my mum, she's 84, she still cries about her, and these things are real, and I am not the only one here with this story. I am sure whether anybody in chat or the watchers of the stream later on will have know what I mean by that and know it. Okay, look, we all like to take the piss out of Chantal and we all have a good giggle at her expense. Granted, I am a huge contributor to this, but there comes a point where you've just got to stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. Neri Crochet, were you saying something before you got
Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out how to use this because I'm on my iPhone. So I'm here now.
It's like the button that you want to use is right next to the leave button, and so it's like you got to be careful not to.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you.
But yeah, I think you were saying something.
Oh no, I'm here for now. I
Oh,
might have something to say later.
well, I was gonna say I didn't want to dominate, but I was gonna say somebody mentioned a tweet that she was talking about addiction, and I don't, I'm gonna say it.
It was about him.
Yeah,
The tweet was definitely about him.
yeah, that tweet was about her. Um, I hope people don't fall for that and give her any kind of sympathy, because she's using everything she can as an excuse for sympathy, for support, and people that actually do care about getting over their getting. I'm not going to say getting over. People that actually care about seeking treatment for their addictions do deserve support, but it's appropriate that most people don't have the resources that Chantal needs. Chantal has the resources to get the help she needs, and she's on Twitter for the same reason. She just wants the attention, she wants the sympathy, she wants people to come in her corner and say, "You can do it, Chantal. You've got this. You can." And it's like, no, this is just a part of the veil, a part of the show. If
She
she really,
uses words like that, like, I'm
yeah,
sorry, she uses
go
those
ahead.
words on purpose for the same reason you're saying, because she wants people to feel, oh, poor Chantal, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, we support you, Queen. We're here for you. That's
Yeah,
all she's doing it for.
but
She
it's
does it with
something
the
that,
word addiction, therapy, PTSD she uses a lot. Um, another one. There's a lot of them.
but she knows so many people have been impacted by addiction. There's if you don't have an addiction, you probably have someone very close to you like, so many people have been touched by addiction, and she knows that that's a word that will evoke emotion out of people, and it's just another ploy. She doesn't care about, if she cared about being free from her addiction, she would be getting help for it. She doesn't care.
Exactly.
So I don't want, I don't
All
want.
I have to say is about her addiction to cocaine was a load of pants. That was basically, she just took a lot of it and couldn't handle it. That's all that was. She did not. I had an addiction to cocaine. I know the difference. She did not have an addiction to cocaine at all. Sorry, Monty, for mentioning that. But
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Natural Ginger.
it was just that she just partied hard, and she couldn't handle the come down. That's why she ended up in hospital, and she couldn't handle it. That's all it was.
We got
Amen, Natural Ginger.
Uncut Gem says, I work as an ER nurse and I've been and for 2 years. I've witnessed what the Rona does. She is garbage human for pretending she had it.
Absolutely, Nancy P. Absolutely. Well said.
Absolutely, because I lost my last uncle to COVID, and that was, I can remember, in the United States he was case number 1597. That's how early I lost him. So I mean, please don't make light of this.
Yes,
People have lost
please.
their whole families. Get over it.
I could have lost both my little brothers. Luckily, because they're young, they were able to power through it. But the littlest one, he lost his smell for a good year. Like, he was so upset because he wanted to try my Thanksgiving dinner, and he was like upset because everybody was saying it was so good. Or
How old was he?
no, he I call him little because there's like a 5-year age gap between us. So
okay.
he's like, I think he's 24.
Okay. I thought it was
but like
a little guy.
no,
I
but
was
he
thinking
lost.
5 years old. Okay.
I was like, oh my
No.
God.
I look that young that I can have a
Not you.
5-year-old.
I
So-
thought you were talking about a little guy and he lost his sense of taste and he's.
Oh, I just call them all my brothers like that. They're little to me. So
Hey Monty, that tweet that you showed, was that from today? Like, I'm not a Twitter person, so did she post that addiction sucks today?
Yeah, April 14th at 9:23 a.m. EDT.
Okay, I have some thoughts. It's painfully obvious what she's doing. You know, she did the rage in Cuba, and support stopped coming in. She's not getting the super chats. Her tactics aren't working. So then she tried the Rona arc. She got no attention. She then brought up this DV thing again, which I think she's lying about, as I think she's lying about the coup. She's not getting attention. So now she's shifting tactics, and it's like, oh, pearl clutching. Oh my God, my addiction. So here's the deal, Cupcake. Your addiction may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility. And I can guarantee
Absolutely.
anybody that's
Amen.
ever dealt with it, anybody that's ever dealt with addiction has zero sympathy for you, because at this point you're using it for attention. This is addict 101 behavior, and you've now rented a backhoe for the hole you're digging for yourself. I really don't think she's going to get super chats, and I think this might actually be the death spiral for her, and she's grasping now at anything for attention, and I think money. I think that's the main thing. Just go ahead, Natural Ginger. So
I was just going to come up with a little old addict saying it was you cannot kid a kidder.
Nope.
We know what you're talking about, Chantal.
yeah, player knows a player.
Like, we see the BS. Everybody, and that's the thing I don't think she realizes. Like, people like Chantal, who are well honed in their lying, like, you know, it's like we Chantal, we live in the same world you live in reality, but we see it with reality. Everybody can see you're lying. Everybody can see this whole live stream for what it is. It's BS. I mean, I would like to see some consequences, but at this point, I'm like, whatever. However, this train is going to crash, it's going to crash, you know? But
realistically, regardless, once again, my opinion, whatever she's putting on camera, I think she's feeling the consequences. We just have not been, and I'm going to say it, we have not been fortunate enough to witness said consequences, but I honestly believe there are consequences. I see Pepperoni nodding, and so it's like, just fingers crossed that camera's rolling at some point so we can actually see said consequences. That's kind of where I'm at. I actually got mad at
that's what I say too.
Yeah, I literally got mad at a stranger on the internet today when I saw she was out and about. I was like, oh, this bitch. I stepped away, and then I thought, oh no, I'm getting to see the beginning of the end, and I see Pepperoni grinning because I think we're simpatico.
Yeah.
Well, she said her money was down.
Well, and Monty, what will she be paid? I'm so confused with this whole pay structure on YouTube. Will she be paid for March? This month, April.
Yeah, she got her channel back on her birthday, which was the 28th, so she'll get paid because everything was reinstated for the memberships that were renewed, and everything she got for the 28th, the 29th, and every day from the 28th onwards, she'll get paid on the 21st or 22nd, of April, most likely the 22nd. So in just over a week, she'll get paid for that, which isn't much.
I guess we're way too early for you to know if she's going to get much of anything.
I think she'll get an okay amount if she has that much subs that she said she had, but she said she had what, like 1,000 or something? I don't think or 2,000. Some ridiculous number.
It won't be $12,000. I can guarantee you that.
And it certainly won't be 50.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, fella Fox. Здравствуйте. Я изучаю русский язык. Sveska. Немного.
What
Sorry.
the heck?
What?
I don't know what that was.
I'm talking to somebody in chat.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry. somebody in our chat, Thella Fox.
Well, hello, Thella. All right, Uncut Gems also says, also, who doesn't brush their teeth for 2 weeks? That's beyond disgusting.
Right?
True.
Right? That, I mean, and she admitted it. I would never admit it.
And then she went and bought a toothbrush and toothpaste and mouthwash, and she's all like, "See, I bought it, guys." Like,
but wait,
you
didn't
should
she
have
order
that every day.
Didn't she order a toothbrush too online just today? In her
Just
community
because you
tab,
bought
she
it
ordered
and
it.
it's in a sack in your bathroom, or God no, it won't be there. It'll be on this stupid island. Just so when you got it on the island does not mean you have brushed your teeth. Okay?
I think something in that bathroom may have actually physically eaten her toothbrush. Did you see that floor?
Okay, so I have a theory about the toilet
I
paper
think
rolls on the floor.
the toothbrush has probably killed itself in the bathroom from
Oh my
from
God.
desperation.
Yeah,
It's
Andrea, I
dived
think.
head first into the toilet.
What's the theory, Andrea?
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Andrea.
I don't want to know.
What?
Okay, I want to
The
know.
theory
Tell
about
me.
the toilet paper rolls, right?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So I was thinking to myself, because I think I overthink everything, and I was like, why is it like that? Why do you have like wet toilet paper rolls, like multiple wet toilet paper rolls near your toilet in your
Could it have been the
bathroom?
cat that put it into the toilet or something? Because I know my cat, as soon as they see toilet paper, they're ripping it to shreds.
Well, yeah, I was like, it could have been the cats. The cats could have did it. The cats could, but it's wet. Why is it wet? Why is it still on the floor? Why didn't anybody pick that up? Like, she has to use that bathroom. Like, what is happening in this like I did some CSI like analysis.
I know exactly why. Andrea, I can answer your question.
Go for it.
Because she's a bloody slob. And she's knocked it off by being all arse and elbows trying to wipe her own backside. And she's knocked it off and it's fallen.
This is what I think happened.
Right.
The water.
And my kitties can roam the house all they want, but they cannot go into our junk room and they cannot go into the bathrooms. And the toilet paper is the most reason why.
Oh yeah.
You sound like a normal pet owner with like boundaries.
Your kitty
Yeah, I still don't know why she left
That's
those
so
cats on the island. Oh my gosh, I would be going crazy. You have food going back and forth on that island.
Well, you know, BB was not having the animals on the tables and stuff. He did not have it. And we watched, there was a video with BB in it, and the cat got up on the table, and you saw his whole body tense up, and he was like, he gently swooped the cat, and the cat knew, let me get off this table because BB is here. I mean, he was like, you saw his whole body tense up, like, no, those days are gone. But this is my theory, okay? Something happened to make the toilet overflow. I don't want to say what.
The cat litter. The cat litter.
Cat litter.
The cat litter.
Okay. That toilet backed all the way up. And instead of calling the maintenance person, she took all of her rolls of toilet paper and put the toilet paper rolls on the floor to absorb the water. But because she's such a lazy ass slob, those toilet paper rolls with all of that toilet water are just sitting on her bathroom floor.
You know what? I could see her doing that. I could see her.
That's because she doesn't have a mop. She's not like a normal home owner with cleaning supplies. So she doesn't have any towels.
Let's be honest, she's not.
And
a
they're
normal
saying
human.
she's saying like
Right,
nobody wants to date me because I'm fat. No, nobody wants to date
No,
you because
nobody
you wouldn't
wants
even.
to go to a nasty
Because
ass
you're
house.
a slob. She is so dirty.
Like, oh my God. I was like, those toilet paper rolls, just by the toilet to soak up the toilet water because it's overflowing. And that's why she's spending her time downstairs. Because
that's what I thought too, Andrea. When we looked at the photo,
right,
and I said that is a wet toilet paper roll. I bet you that toilet backed up and that absorbed it, and she just cannot be bothered. That's literally what I was thinking.
So she's cleaning because the toilet has to be fixed. The maintenance guy is going to come in eventually.
Oh, good.
Cleaning because she doesn't want the maintenance people to see how nasty her house is.
Absolutely, Andrea, you're
I like this theory. I really
You're
like
on
it. I'm
point.
digging it.
All she
That
has
is
to
a
do
good
is clean the
theory.
whole house. And like my mom says, you don't have to clean the house every day, but just keep it straight.
Yeah,
Just
just
keep it straightened up.
just keep just a little bit at a time will save you from having to do these massive cleanings. But it's like when those boxes need to be taken out every day. I don't know how
Yeah.
like when we moved, the boxes were so, I mean, I must have did like 9 trips in an hour to take the boxes out of here. The boxes cannot stay here because they attract roaches, they attract vermin.
absolutely.
They are covered in germs anyway. I mean, come on. The boxes need to go out. And if you're keeping a box, you just spray it with a little bit of Lysol. Like you can keep it, but it has to stay clean because it's going to absorb whatever fluids and liquids, come.
Around it.
Yeah, just break them down every like week or every 3 days.
And just break them down and take them,
Or make Pete's take them. But I really rather her take it so she can get exercise that she claims she keeps wanting to lose weight.
I think that the fruit flies in her room particularly is because she opens the window, the nasty garbage is out on the balcony, and that's where the fruit flies are. And I'm sorry, but we've had fruit flies in this house because we have fresh fruit. You can get these amazing things from Amazon that don't cost $1.99. These little things that look like apples. And absolutely, you're rid of the fruit flies in a day. But she doesn't.
She wouldn't think of that though, Hippieista. She really wouldn't. There was something I was watching. I don't know whether it was on a live of yours, Monty, where she was on about a soup bowl. And she goes, I thought these were only to hold onion soup. But it looks like you can put
I thought it was
other soup in it as well. I'm going, what? She must be trolling. But she is that stupid.
She was serious
and
about
doesn't
that?
think. She doesn't realise that you can put whatever you want into a bowl.
Ginger, I think that's one of her new axes. Have you noticed she asks her chats everything? It's like her IQ has dropped by 50 points in a year. Like nobody's that dumb, but she's always, what do you think? How do I open this box? Oh my gosh, my freezer? Can I open it this way? It's just this.
But she doesn't ask though, does she, Grebo? She just, she doesn't think now for herself.
No.
She always asks the chat first because she's always on a live. And there are 2 questions I want to answer. Have those frozen bags of rubbish from her private balcony been removed? And when was the last time that her and Pete's cleaned out the cat trays?
She's definitely not going to tell you that.
They haven't been done since the last time they went all flipping. Oh, aren't we just the best pet keepers in the world? We've cleaned out the cat tray after 3 months. Nothing like that's happened since. And I can guarantee by the state of her house, her cat trays are minging.
Isn't there a bacteria in cat poop that can kill you though?
Yeah.
Toxoplasmosis.
It can't be. That's why you can't clean it out if you're pregnant and stuff.
Exactly.
Toxoplasmosis.
So, all of that is just growing.
It's mainly for the pregnancy that you have to avoid it.
But isn't it just bad for humans in general?
You're more likely to get it when you're pregnant.
If it accumulates, isn't that what makes the hoarders so bad?
Yeah. It's when it's accumulated, because you can even use cat poo as like for your compost and stuff. Because I do that with my garden. I put like cat poop, and when I get my chickens, I'll start using the chicken poo. It's fine. It's just when it's accumulated and there for a very long time, and it builds up gases and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's there for a very long time because they're not cleaning it.
The gas has gone a long time ago. It's just fossilized now.
Toxoplasmosis, basically, it's really common in cat poop. And you can get it transmitted 1 of 2 ways. Like pregnant women, can get it, but anytime you know, if the cat has it on their paws, any surface, it can get transferred, and people even
Okay,
can
thank
get
you.
it through undercooked meat because it's been contaminated. So if you think about the way Chantal, those cats are all over that counter, and then
Yeah,
you know
it's
how
so
she
cute.
puts her meat up there, and so it's just
We're lucky that she doesn't give them a raw diet. When you give your cats raw diet, you have to be careful. You give them the food, clean your hands. You finish giving them food, clean your hands. You can't do it when you have young children because they might touch the plates.
Right.
It just gets more crazier and crazier.
Well, I
Anyone
remember.
with immune deficiency of any type,
Right.
toxoplasmosis is a killer. It really can. It can cause cysts on the brain, even the smooth brain.
At natural ginger, sorry, I feel like I'm typing this. The natural ginger, I agree with you, and I have autoimmune issues out the wazoo. When I do litter, I have on gloves, I have on a mask, and then I scrub everything on my body when I get finished doing it.
Yeah, because you're a normal human being who
Right?
has a good idea of cleanliness.
And
Okay,
that could be where
I'm
her
pretty
breathing
sure
issues come from. Where
ginger.
she's
If I
having
go get
breathing
my
issues.
Yeah, but ginger, if I go get my husband, I'm not sure he will accept that I'm normal. But thank you, love you.
You're normal to me, darling.
You're normal to me too.
I'm gonna go. I have to go, but thank you guys for being here with me.
We
We
love you,
thank
Andrea.
Yeah, thanks,
bye,
Bye.
Andrea. Bye
Andrea.
bye. See ya.
Bye.
I'm
Bye.
gonna
Oh,
I'm
Bye.
gonna
can I be
go
obnoxious
too,
and say
Bye.
hi to my
Monty.
friend Gary
So
that's in the chat? Hi Gary.
Sure.
Hi Gary Unfiltered.
Awesome. So I guess we had somebody else leave.
Oh,
Karen.
Greeb's gone. She
Oh,
doesn't love us
Grugibo.
anymore.
Okay. All right. What else is to talk? Nader, if you watch the last 20 minutes, that man looked defeated. Queen Natty is he's reconsidering all the bullshit he's been doing, all the nasty words, talking about shoe in the face, talking about private parts mutilation. All of that has come back to really bite him in the booty, so to speak, where he looks like a man that is defeated because he's getting trolled heavy right now, and he
Oh,
deserves it.
does he
He
look
was so
defeated though?
pissed.
Because last time I saw him, he was maybe that was the actual stream where he was being an arsehole and saying all these things. I've not been able to watch him since, honestly. Well, I don't watch him anyway, but through reaction channels and things.
Well, I was looking at the last 20 minutes of his last stream, and the way how he's trying to retcon fish stick and saying it's not a slur. But I'm like, you were using it as if it was a slur because it is a slur. And then he's trying to retcon the whole situation, trying to be nice because his entire chat is literally against him, except for like 3 people.
Good.
Which are the
Good.
mods? The 3 people were the mods.
Yeah, the 3 people are literally the mod. Yes.
No, I was watching this morning, Monty, Foodie Beauty drama and manipulation channel. I don't know whether you know it, with AJ.
I do, AJ, yes.
Yeah, and I actually saw for the first time the live of where Foodie was going on. She was coming after let me see, Sandy and Ange, Charlie Gold, FFG, Roman the L lobotomy, whatever it's called, I don't know. And honestly, it was really, really, really bad. And I was like, whoa! I'd not seen this stream before. She was being absolutely terrible, and for that reason, what I saw on that was absolutely disgraceful. And I'm going to say this now, and I may not be popular for saying this, but I really, really do feel for Sandy and Ange. I've surprised myself. I really have surprised myself.
Yeah, Sandy and Ange, who knew, right? But then again, we kind of knew there isn't any longevity to any type of friendship when it comes to Foodie Beauty with another female. Like she does not see females as real friends, people to look up to, people
She
to
sees them as
confide in.
rivals.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
And
she accused one of them of coming on to her. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, she did.
She
was
did.
like,
And
And
why
she,
is it that someone always has to come on to her? It's like, come on, Chantal. Like
she,
you're not like
she
this
kept
hot
threatening
commodity.
her too. She's like, "Oh, you want
that
me to
was
show you? I'll show you the text message." Okay, show it.
oh, it's absolutely disgraceful, and that is why I've become a little unhinged with her today. And then seeing her on your live, Monty, oh, just everything's just bubbled up and overflowed like a bubbling up and overflowing thing. I can't help it.
right.
But I've not watched much Nader, I've got to admit.
Well,
But
I haven't been covering him or watching him. I just maybe
yeah, I
skip through
know.
here and there. But I did see that he looked totally not knowing what to say because his chat is fully against him. The comments are like on point, hilarious. He's really not liking what people are knowing how to really get underneath his skin. And he's coming closer and closer to what Pete's live streams currently are like, where it's a shit show.
Has
And
Pete
all
been on live stream recently?
yeah, pizza's still being live streaming, and it's always ends it the same way every single time.
Monty, you mean shit show per capita.
Right, exactly. So the last time Pete streamed was 21 hours ago. Then before
Oh,
that, 2 days ago, then 3 days ago, then 5 days ago, then 6 days ago. So he's still streaming. Yes, and still not knowing all about the crude rate is per capita. Don't you know what per capita means?
they're just a total shambles of people. Honestly, it's just
Right. So yeah, they're
oh,
all pretty much being the same way. Can't really say that they made a mistake. What's so hard about that? Like, hey, I made a mistake. I got corrected. Let's move on. That's all you got to do. What Chantal has to do is just be truthful. Like, hey, I'm still seeing the guy. This is
yeah.
what's going on. Let's just move on from it. I want to tell you the truth. But whenever she tells the truth, she's not really telling the whole truth. She always has to spray lies in with the truth to still carry on a narrative, whatever narrative she wants to carry on. And that's what's so disgusting about it.
To
She
speak the
likes
truth,
to.
Chantal, speak the truth. You will get comeback for it, but there are huge numbers of people that still love you and will tell you that you're pretty and strong or whatever you wanting to know. But just tell the truth for once in your goddamn sorry,
She likes to
pathetic
make people
life.
guess.
I don't think she knows what the truth is. Honestly.
True. That is true.
Honestly.
Well, give us the truth as you see it then, Chantal. Don't arse about.
She won't admit it. She won't tell us that she's going to see him.
For
She
sure.
wants people to talk about it.
But we know what's up.
Yeah.
Look, Chantal, we're going to talk about you whether you tell the truth or not.
Exactly.
So just tell the truth and
just tell us.
See what
We're
happens.
not going to get mad.
Yeah, exactly.
Just tell us.
We're just there for the show. So like
exactly.
Yep.
Even if you're lying about this, let's say it's true, the people's conspiracy that they're all in it. I think people would just rather know that it's unreal and get to see it being calm and not being scared for people's lives.
Yeah, because we're still going to watch you and rip you and roast you.
Yeah, if the storyline is good, anybody's going to want to see it.
Yeah, it's stories from the internet, isn't it? That's what we're here for. So just do it. Just do it, you lying sack of shit. Do it.
She knows it. Everybody knows. She knows that everybody knows that she's going to see him today. I mean, all the signs.
Like she made it clear.
That's part of her
She made
game.
it so obvious.
I mean, that's part of her game. It's kind of like I remember my first kiss. when I was 15. It's kind of like, the next day I would go to school, and it's kind of like I didn't really tell anybody. It's like him and I knew that we kissed the day before, but I don't know how to explain. It's kind of like a feeling like, oh, I know, but nobody else knows.
We do know, Chantal.
I know, but that's part of her teenage mind.
Exactly. Yeah, you're completely right on that one. You're completely right about that.
So I mean, everybody knew. I mean, everybody knows, but she just doesn't think. She thinks of the little. She had no. I didn't even catch. What was the reason even for her? Because it was cutting in and out. I don't know if anybody caught it. Why did she even bring up the long road today? I mean,
she misses it. She misses it like DLF misses his outlet.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I saw the little piece of DLF in his outlet. Yeah, okay. She misses a long road. I'm sure. I mean, from what I've heard, Canada is beautiful. I'm sure there's other roads she could take for a drive.
Yeah, but there may not be the payoff at the end of the road.
Yeah, I mean,
she's driving through the Canadian countryside. She's not looking out the window. She's looking out the windscreen or the chat on her phone, and
I'm pretty sure
onto
he
that
sent her
steering wheel
over there to go do something for him.
Yeah, everything's passing by out the windows, and she doesn't see any of it.
Oh, and I just want to let y'all know. I think it was I was watching Yaba, like not during her normal time. I had something else to do, but replay, and it was the cleaning of the island. And she picks up an envelope and she says, "Oh, it's from Google. Let me go read it." And I'm thinking, from my accountant business standpoint, I'm like, you would not have read this immediately when it came in, because it could be telling you that you're screwed to high heaven. I mean,
she doesn't get the mail. Remember, she makes Pete go pick it up, so he probably put it on the counter, and it sits there for months.
Yeah, let's talk about the mentioning of mail from Google for the Beezer show. She's making it seem as if she's gonna get a new pin, as if she didn't tie the Beezer show to original channel. So who's it tied to? If it was tied to Pete's, then wouldn't it already have he already got his pin and everything. So it's making me think a lot about that, and I don't know.
Could it be that's why she's so insistent on getting a business account, and now she's talking about a corporation and this big, like she's going to get a boardroom? It just drives me crazy. Anybody can make a corporation or it's a business license. I mean, what is her thing now? She's going to incorporate and get a boardroom. So she can have a board table.
What she is talking about.
She thinks if she does this, it's like a legitimate business. It isn't. It doesn't mean you're going to make more money. It doesn't mean anything. It just makes you pay more taxes and be more organized.
So is that what she's going on about now? Is that her thing? That
all she talks about. It's a separate entity.
Wait a minute. So she thinks if she gets a boardroom that she's like an official business now?
Yeah, and then she has to get a lawyer.
I'm gonna buy a crown and now I'm the queen.
And she has to do this and that and this and that. She's just making more work for herself that she's not going to do. Anybody can wake up today and make a business, go on. I had a business license when I was reselling stuff. I mean, I just don't understand. She makes it seem like she's creating this actual business when what is it? All she does is
Loyal Warrior in the chat is saying something about it being her aunt. Does who subscribes to the fact that her aunt might have something to do with this?
That's highly possible.
I don't know why these people are letting their names be used by her. This is very, very scary, because if something happens, it doesn't fall on Chantal. It's gonna fall on the person whose name is under.
True. Well, we all know that the Beezer show, the sole proprietor is Chantal. So maybe since she did that whole thing for the Google AdSense under the Beezer show, it's a different pin. I don't know.
But reaching out to her family members to put their names on things, that's like co-signing for a loan. And
it's a
that's
possibility.
scary.
Yeah, hippie Easter. I know what you mean. It's a possibility. Like Loyal Warrior put that out. Hello, honey. But I don't know. I don't know
think
whether
anybody
it
in
is.
her family would
But
do that.
if Chantal, if you're watching this story arc about business and everything, it's really boring.
It is. And now
And you're
she's
not
gonna do all these
funny.
travel blogs. She's a little
It's
late
not
to the travel
funny.
blog.
It's
Yeah.
just all talk. She's not gonna do it. And I don't think her family wants anything to do with her anyway. Or help her.
Her travel blog. Did we ever see the pool area? It looked online like it has a huge, beautiful pool in Cuba. Not once did she show the pool area.
She wouldn't do it. She said
She didn't go to the
there.
pool because, according to her, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Too far to walk.
No, it was probably too far away, and she was already huffing and puffing just trying to get to the beach.
I mean, seriously, she never. I love going to the beach. You know, when I go to like resort, I go to the ocean, then I go to the pool, lay down, read a book, go in the water,
Right?
you know,
Get your money's
Exactly.
worth.
drink. Yeah, just
I would diss the sand, not a sand person. I would just go to the pool and, bring me every 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, every 30 minutes, bring me a pina colada or a margarita or whatever, and we're good to
And
go.
we're
And I
good.
play here.
yeah. Now she's gonna do this travel vlog, which we really didn't see anything. And I'm not even saying about outside the resort. She never even showed inside the resort. It was all in her showing her face the whole time.
Yeah. I'd like to know what panel and the chat think about. Do you think her family are watching all this? I mean, all
Yes.
this current stuff.
Yeah.
Her mom, definitely.
I mean,
Yes. I hope her
if-
mom is taking Valium when she's watching.
She's definitely
Well, like
watching, but
when
she
it comes
can't
to
do
her
anything.
mom,
Her
I
mom's definitely watching.
I don't think any of them watch. I would be too embarrassed to be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch it. Honestly,
Like,
if
some
I was
people
watching
think-
it.
Yeah, some people think they're what. I mean, if I'm telling you something, I've been in my 30s, and when I was naughty, my mum grabbed hold of my wrist and swung me around and smacked my ass, and I really wish that her mother would do that to her.
yeah, like I was
do.
trying to say, like I know,
And
like she had her really young as a teenager. I think that's what it was. But to me, I feel like she should just like her mom, if she really loves Chantal, like make a statement to put her in her place just for a little bit at least, because this is getting really embarrassing.
I don't think that would work. I speak out only because
Maybe
of the
she
fact
tried.
that those.
maybe
does
her mum's
Chantal
come
look
to
like
the
she
end
would
of the
listen?
rope, you know.
There are lots of women who have children at 16. My daughter-in-law was born, her mother had her when she was 16. And oh my God, she is further from Chantal than anything in the world. She's responsible. She knows what she's doing. She cleans the house. She knows how to cook. I mean, just because your mom's young, I mean, think about in the old age. I mean, not old age, but 100 or so years ago. People had children when they were 15, 16, 13, 14. I mean, that was when people got married.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with her mom having her early. Her mom.
Having her early, but her mom.
Yeah, no, I don't think that. That's how Chantal says it. Like,
Their
she had me
family,
her
I mean,
early.
just from pictures, looks like a decent, normal family. I mean, like
They do.
they're all clean. They're all. The only
Yeah.
thing that astonishes me is that I know this is petty, but the lack of using silverware correctly. Both her and her sister.
I know
Like,
they both saw at their food like they're playing the cello, don't they?
yeah, and
with
Peach does
fists.
too. I don't know. I mean,
And Pete's, and also Pete's, the way he
yeah,
holds it.
that too. It's so
I don't know.
weird.
Maybe it's a cultural thing. Where I come from, you use your silverware properly, and big, huge, grufty men with tattoos and beards and prison sentences, and they're there with a silverware with a knife and fork, using it properly. I don't know.
Right. It's
That's
like,
just a cultural thing, maybe.
yeah, Pizza's doing the same thing, right? How he holds it.
Yeah,
It's as if they
it's
learn from
all
each
like,
other.
it's like troglodyte, isn't it? And it's like very primitive. But
I feel like Pete likes to copy her a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like,
does.
He like,
definitely
you know,
does.
oh, I'm lazy, and then, you know, she says she's lazy. I'm lazy too. Like it's a personality trait.
But
Like,
it was her family. I think her mother has perhaps reached the end of the line. Her mother has probably been dealing with this since Chantal has been a very, very, very young age, has been oppositional and defiant. And I think her mother has probably just gone, "Oh, you just
do
go
whatever.
with it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do whatever you want. I don't
They
care.
hit us.
I think
People
she
hit a
does,
certain
which is a
age when
shame.
parenting doesn't help anymore. Just let them be. They're not gonna learn.
Okay,
Loyal.
I want to say one thing. I do not diss people for not using utensils correctly, because I have watched enough Mark Weems videos and Mikey Chin videos. There are a lot of cultures where you don't use silverware. You use your
Use your hands.
And I think maybe BB's Senegalese culture, because I've watched a lot of what's the guy who owns the Red Rooster in Harlem? Marcus Samuelson, the Ethiopians. And that's something you do even at the restaurant. So I'm not dissing anybody for not using a utensil. So
No,
I'm
not using it. The way they use it, they like stab stuff and cut stuff weird and put it in their mouth. Like she puts a spoon. The way she grabs a spoon, just the way she uses it, and that's something that's like you learn when you're a child. You don't just forget how to do it.
You're right about that, because on the videos where she was eating, the very few tiny amount of videos where she was eating with BB, who's from a totally different culture, he had extremely good manners at eating.
She's just an animal. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just everything about her.
It's just primitive. BB, he was far too cultured for her. I'm sorry to say. I really do. And he was from a different culture from her. And he was
He definitely tolerated her. He tolerated her.
Yeah, but
They probably
I
couldn't get
don't
rid of
know.
her.
I
Like,
mean, I don't know how she. But this sewing action, my English sensibilities are hurt a little bit. But that's just my culture. And I think a lot of people in the Western world as well. All I can say.
And natural ginger, I agree with you, because that's my culture. But I'm just saying, from what I've watched on the internet, there's a lot of cultures that is not the way. But again, I taught my son the Queen's English, and so I want to, that's my thing. So love you, girl.
Yeah, I completely understand what you're saying, but I was just saying
she's not from that another culture. Is what I'm trying to get at.
She's just the same as me. She's just over the pond, and the culture and whatever between her and BB, he was extremely polite. I cannot fault BB at all. The pug.
BB was polite.
I mean, how does a 38-year-old woman not know how to fold clothes? Just stuff like that. I mean, that's not something that I don't understand.
I think she knows
But there's
how
a simple fix for that too. She can just take her clothes to the laundromat.
But she said she never learned how to fold clothes. I mean,
I never learned how to fold clothes.
I never learned either.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We never.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I think she was. Sorry, I think she was taught these things, but
just
she
lazy
was
about
defiant and didn't take it in, and probably stropped around and flounced off to her bedroom in a big huff.
I mean,
when
I
she
don't
was ever
remember.
asked to do anything.
I don't remember a day that I was sat down to. It's just something I learned, like just growing up. It's just something
Wait.
I learned.
It's because you unconsciously wanted to do it.
Hold,
If she wanted to really do it, she would do it, no matter if you didn't learn it. Everybody
Well
does.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, well
can I
said.
say something really quick?
Yeah.
Didn't she fold clothes for Natty Daddy though? When
No,
did
she.
his
That's when
laundry?
she said she didn't know how. That was when she said she didn't know
Okay.
how. That's when we all.
But she
learned.
at least tried. You see,
She tried
it's
to
because
do
she
it for
wanted
him.
to. All
Mhm.
these other times, like cleaning, cooking, and everything, she
It was
does
all
not
for
want to
him.
do it.
That's her pathology, though, because she is such an empty vessel.
She would feel
copies
so
what's
much better
around.
if her house was clean. I don't understand the thing of not paying a housekeeper to come in. I just
Yeah.
don't. I mean, I can afford it, but I don't warrant a housekeeper because my house is not messy, not dirty. Really, I mean, I would love one, but I mean, I can
Yeah.
do it, so why
Like
pay for it?
when she went to
But
Cuba, I was so like cringing because like my mom, every time we went on vacation, we had to clean up the whole house.
yes,
Whole house. So when you come back, you feel relaxed. You don't feel like, oh, stressing, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, and all this stuff. I don't see how hard that is. Just
Dax is saying that she used table manners in Cuba. You were right, Dax.
She
She
did,
sat
yeah,
there
she
in front
did.
of those men and she chewed with her mouth shut. So
and
she
she
can
didn't
chew
burp,
and
and she
breathe
didn't.
with
Oh
at the
yeah,
same
true.
time. But she still couldn't use her knife fork. That's me being petty, I know. But you were right about that, Dax. She did eat with her mouth full,
And she didn't
and
moan.
she had it closed, and she even sometimes covered her mouth with her hand.
That
She
just
can
proves
do
she
it.
does this for feeders because
And
she needs
she
money.
clean up her area.
Yeah,
And
she did. She did clean up.
good. She was trying to clean up her own area. I mean, what the heck?
It's all for show. It's literally all for show.
Yeah, somebody has a point that I think that her house is to show her defiance. It really is.
Oh, she's got extreme defiance, Internet Tea. She has.
I just,
extreme
I mean,
defiance.
you just feel so much better. Like even if I haven't mopped in swept or mopped in a few days, like I just like think, oh, I mean, even though it's all clean, it's just you feel so much better. And I have depression like most every other people, right? Honestly, but
Agree,
it does. It
agree.
makes you feel worse if your house is dirty.
She cuts off her nose to spite her face. It was just evident with the cat and the vet thing. Everyone was saying, please take your cat to the vet. And she was going, I'm not going to take, and I'm not. And it's because you're telling me to. That's because I think she had oppositional defiance when she was young, because it is a juvenile thing. But because she's still stuck in her juvenile mentality, she still carries that oppositional defiance with
Well,
her.
and that's part of her thing of not letting go of Nader. If nobody can have, if nobody else can have him, because
you're right, Dax, you're right. Yeah, and you're right, Internet Tea, as well. Yeah.
And the only time she ever cleaned the house is when he came over.
Yeah.
And it's been a month, and she was supposed to take a BBJ back for nail clipping.
And the
she's not gonna do
thyroid
that.
issue too. Don't forget the thyroid issue.
Go to catch Hippie. She hasn't done that, so she needs to get on that. Sam was supposed to also go to the vet as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because BBJ isn't the only cat in the house that needs care.
And there's so many shots that your animals have to have yearly. Does she not understand this? Is this not a Canadian thing, Monty? Do y'all not give your animals shots during the year?
Yes, actually, we got a call about it too. They're like, oh, we need to make an appointment for your shots for your pets. They do
You're
call
right,
you.
Mary. You're right.
Yeah, they
But
call
she
you.
They do
doesn't
call
miss
you.
her
We just
cats.
made an
Still-
appointment. Yeah.
Because I get calls, I get emails, I get whatever.
I get
Your
calls and
insured
emails.
animals have to have yearly
Mhm.
shots, just like humans do. This is not.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're right, stinky meatball. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I feel the same. It's not. I mean, she doesn't even brush the cats. She does not brush the cats.
And
She does
that's
not
actually
change their
helpful for
litter.
depression too. That's helpful. Like
Yeah,
she
and
like patting
those
them,
cats are
Mm-hmm.
brushing them.
woefully understimulated. I mean, it's even disgraceful is not the word for it. It is terrible.
Does
I
anybody
brush my
think she
Natural
cats.
brushed?
pain. Natural
Does anybody think she brushed her teeth in
pain
Cuba?
is the
I
word.
even brush my cat's teeth and I brush them
I don't
daily.
know.
Or
She
I
might be
try to
scared of the
daily.
water from Cuba.
And
Yeah,
they like getting their teeth cleaned.
that's
At least
way
my
too
one
much
cat does.
task for her to do. Brush the cat's teeth. She can't even brush her own.
If you're privileged to have pets, you should put them first above yourself. I mean, I do. My dog comes before me all the time. Some people say she's my boss. She is my boss. I let her be my boss. But the cat thing, oh my God, I could rant for years about her and the cat thing. It just hurts
Absolute
me.
natural ginger. I always tell everybody I am a well-trained human.
Me too. She's got me well under the paw.
All right. So I guess we've covered a lot in this
We
month's After
have,
Dark.
yes.
With the Foodie Beauty, we know where she's at because she didn't come back on. So Shani is banned again. If you didn't know, well now you do know. And that's Shani for Christ, called to Shani, Shani Cooks, same person. I'm seeing that there's live streams about that. I don't know what she was banned for, but I could likely guess. Natty Daddy's having troubles. He's trying to retcon what fish stick means, but it is indeed a slur. Even Mo translates confirmed, and we've
He
confirmed
definitely
multiple
confirmed.
times. Yes, exactly. So, we'll see what happens. She might
Has
be
there
on
been
later.
any news about MFW, Monty?
Yes, MFW has been streaming daily. In fact, when I started my first stream on my main channel, she was streaming at that point in time. So she's been streaming daily under her new channel because she went the same route as Chantal with having a company setting up a YouTube channel under a different entity. I forgot what
Good
is
on
it
her.
called again. Yeah, and she keeps saying it in the start of the streams. This is not me. I just work here. But we know it's you, MFW. But let her do her thing. What was the channel called again? Why is it not coming up here? But it's coming up on my phone. Let me check. But she's back. She's streaming daily now because I heard she wasn't streaming daily because you have to have 1,000 subs to stream on your phone. Okay, so the channel's called Wonderful Rendition, is her new channel.
Oh.
That's not her. Yeah, so that's what she's been doing, streaming daily now. So she's been streaming here and there, talking about all sorts of stuff, doing her makeup and whatnot. So she's back. Let's just put it that way.
Well, good, because I mean, I don't know much about MFW. I know she's very problematic, but if this huge, massive butterbean got her channel back, then MFW should as well. Just saying, YouTube. Just saying.
Right. Strangely enough, MFW put in two appeals and they didn't go through the last time I heard. I'm not sure if she put in a third appeal, but I don't know why she didn't get her main channel back. It's strange, but I'm sure she's gonna talk about it or has talked about it. I gotta review her live streams and see if she's said anything to that. Other than that, I guess we'll do the wrap up like we usually do. Internet T, if you want to go ahead, last words. Closing thoughts?
Just well, not Foodie Beauty, but just regarding the MFW. Did you see? She tweeted YouTube like last week, and they responded and said they confirmed that her channel is not coming back.
Okay.
Oh dear.
That's very unfortunate. I speak out.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry. Internet T, you didn't finish. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, yeah, it was directly from YouTube, from her tweet saying that it's not coming back.
Okay.
And regarding Chantal, no, just the usual frustration. So she gets away with everything. She's very lucky. I don't think it's gonna last. It can't last forever. Her luck. So that's it.
Thank you, Internet T.
Yeah, thanks. I speak out.
Oh, thank you for letting me be on the panel again. And everybody had very good conversation. And yeah, I'm just like very frustrated with her, especially about the COVID thing, because I had too many people around me who got it, and I had too many people die in my family from it, and it's just terrible what she's doing. And she really just has to cut it off. Just say you lied and stop.
True. Hipista.
Thank you. I speak out.
I just want to say, Monty, thank you again. I don't know why y'all all put up with me. Love all the ladies. Love the chat. Oh, good God, I love the chat. We have got to be the smartest people on the internet. I'm sorry. I just think we are. And I just love y'all. Bye.
All right, thank you, Hippie. Natural
Thank you,
Ginger.
Hippieista. Yeah, I would just like to say I've been quite verbal today because my dander is up. And I'm sorry. Sometimes I trip over my words. It's just me. Sorry if I speak gobbledygook a lot. But anyway, Chantal, piece of shite, Monty. And everybody else is fantastic. And I love Monty. I love the panel. I love all of you. I could not live without you. And bye for now.
All right, thank you, Natural Ginger. Neri.
Thank you for having me. And I wonder what excuse Chantal is going to give us tonight.
Indeed. It's gonna be another show, another retcon, another, same thing, different day.
I had fun.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you, Neri.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, everybody. I guess I'll see everybody later. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.